This week on The Splash, we enjoy fresh foods, go beyond constraints, and later some summertime fun. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, all so that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash.
Welcome to The Splash. Thank you for being with us. I'm Brooke Allen. The Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital is bringing fresh, locally grown food to everyone in the community at Henry's Market on Main. And reporter Erica Jones stopped by for the story.
Bringing local food products to West Bloomfield is the mission of Henry's Market on Main. Let's take a look. Every Wednesday throughout the summer and fall, local residents can enjoy fresh produce, prepared meals, and healthy treats just by walking through the doors of Henry Ford West Bloomfield Hospital.
Henry's Market on Main started 5 years ago, and it's part of our commitment to provide fresh local produce to our employees and their visitors. It's part of our commitment to their health. Fresh local produce is a part of anyone's healthy diet. All of our produce is local, and if you had to choose between local and organic produce, I would choose local. There is more nutrients inside local produce because it hasn't been shipped as far after it was harvested. So when we eat for nutrients and nutrition, local food should be primary, and if you can get organic food as well, that's great, but look for local first. Part of Henry's expansion this year is including a local farmer. Brittany from Beaverland Farms is here selling her produce this year. It's part of our commitment to developing local food culture to support farmers earning money from the produce that they grow.
Brittany Rooney has an interesting background in that the farm where she grows her produce is actually located within the city limits of Detroit.
We're in the Brightmoor neighborhood, which is a neighborhood that was hit really hard by the economic downfall of Detroit in the 80s and 90s. And so in the early 2000s, they took down like 80% of the houses in the area. And so, 6 years ago, I moved into the neighborhood, bought a house, and I've slowly been buying up some of the vacant land around the house and converting it into a farm. And so at this point, we have 2 acres, which is pretty significant for a farm inside the city.
And the contributions of Brittany and other vendors at the market go a long way toward benefiting those locally in need.
So all of the proceeds from the market, so people are able to, donate their change or give a little extra, and all of that money goes to Blessings in a Backpack, which is a program that provides weekend meals for kids.
And resident farmer Trevor Johnson is particularly fond of one of the items she brought with her to the market on this day.
Kohlrabi is one of my favorite vegetables, and it is a weird one. It eats like an apple but tastes like broccoli. It's really good to slice up and to have in dips as an appetizer.
Here at Henry's Market on Main, they're showing that when presented with food options, local is always the best choice. I'm Erica Jones reporting for The Splash.
You can find more information on our website at civiccentertv.com/Henry's Market. A local gallery held a special exhibit featuring over 100 pieces of art from women painters. Reporter Jake Kustash brings us the story.
I'm here visiting the Janice Carrot Gallery to take a look at the brand new exhibit put on by the Birmingham Society of Women Painters.
Leslie Katinsky approached us about a year ago, and she is the vice president of the Birmingham Women's Painters Society, and we had a couple meetings with her and decided that this would be a great venue for the Painters Society. And so we did jury the show. All of the artists submitted, and we sat down and we took artwork, probably about 100 pieces from 42 different artists.
These pieces came together to form an exhibit they called Beyond Constraint.
Well, we chose the name because actually we vote on it. Everybody submitted names and we really liked it, and I think it expresses what our group feels, that as women we go beyond the boundaries of what the norm is, and we try to express it emotionally and figuratively for each artist.
The Birmingham Society of Women Painters provide support to local artists, helping with honing their skills and getting their work seen.
The Birmingham Society of Women Painters is a group made up of all women, and it was started in 1944 because they wanted to educate and have a place for women who wanted to paint. Our group is made up of many women of many different ages from all over the metropolitan area of Detroit. We also are very interested in educating our people, our members, and going to different workshops. We're always developing, and we always have a very special artist come in. That's one of the things we do, and talk about how they created their art and how they developed to be an artist. It's a wonderful group of people.
We do about 5 or 6 shows a year, which some of them we curate, some of them we put out a call for art where people can apply to the show and we jury it, or we have outside curators that curate the show and bring the artists in. We try to jury an artwork that is original in concept, you know, crafted well, and also how it hangs in the space, and also how it kind of plays off of the other artwork.
Leslie not only helped set up the show, she's also one of the featured artists.
So this is market day, and usually when I do a painting, I use a photo that I've done myself. And I happened to be in Africa at the time, and this was along the Zambezi River, and this was a little market when we got off the boat, and this woman was there. And I usually have painted many portraits of all my grandchildren and for other people, and I decided that this painting, this is for me.
This exhibit helps with benefiting both artists and the culture of this community. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Jay Kustash.
For more, you can visit civiccentertv.com/beyondconstraint. Coming up, we hit the bank for some fun and then a new episode of Sidewalk Talk.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV. And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for being with us. Music, games, swimming, and fun. WB Parks hosted their Summer on the Bank event for everyone to enjoy, and reporter Tyler Kieft visited the event to get the story.
Another summer weekend in Greater West Bloomfield and another adventure in the sun at West Bloomfield Park's second annual Summer on the Bank Festival. There's always plenty to do in the summers in Greater West Bloomfield, and West Bloomfield Parks has always made a point to provide fun activities out in the sun for local families. For the second consecutive year, Parks opened up Marshbank Park to Greater West Bloomfield and its neighbors for an afternoon of fun, games, and family recreation.
It's a very traditional outdoor festival. We have several opportunities for families to come out and enjoy the summer day out in beautiful Marshbank Park. And so we have free fishing today, free paddle sports, including kayaking, as well as free crafts. Up on the sports fields, we have our free petting farm, and then getting into the inflatables. So we have wet inflatables where kids can go on giant water slides, as well as the traditional moonwalky inflatables.
Summer on the Bank's kickoff in the summer of 2018 was a massive success, providing a day of outdoor fun in the park for many local families. Something that West Bloomfield Parks holds dearly as they continue to make an effort to encourage recreation and community fun for Greater West Bloomfield.
We want people to come back to Marshbank on their own, and then they can see that this is right in their backyard. There's so many amenities to Marshbank, and we want to make sure that people know that they can do this whether or not we're scheduling a festival-style event, large scale, or maybe one of our smaller events, or they can come out just on their own and enjoy it.
Not only does a free day of fun in the sun encourage recreation at our local parks, it also provides an outlet for families to have a wealth of summer activities that engage the entire family, making Summer on the Bank one of the community's favorite new traditions that will carry on for years to come.
The premise behind Summer on the Bank is the laughter and the family bonding and to enjoy the beautiful outdoors of Marchbank Park.
Games, activities, and some good old-fashioned family fun completes another summer weekend here in Greater West Bloomfield. At Marchbank Park, I'm Tyler Kieft, reporting for The Splash.
To learn more on this story, you can visit civiccentertv.com/summerbank. And now it's time for Sidewalk Talk, where reporter Patrick McElmurray asks the people of West Bloomfield a question about their favorite movie.
The best movie I've seen all summer so far has been Avengers Endgame, although I needed to take one too many bathroom breaks in between that long one. What's the favorite movie you've seen so far this summer?
Oh, I saw the Aladdin movie.
You like it?
I did like it, yeah. I mean, I'm really excited for The Lion King to come out, but yeah.
That one's going to be better.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
My last movie was The Avengers, Endgame.
Yeah. A little long, but...
Yeah, a little long. Yeah, I fell asleep, yeah.
My girlfriend did too.
Well, we've only seen Toy Story 4.
Like I said, by default, that's your favorite movie so far.
And it was a great movie, yeah.
Last night we watched Madagascar 2. It was pretty good for adults, kids as well.
They sneak in those good jokes, that's for sure.
Avengers Endgame. Yep.
Did you take any bathroom breaks?
No.
I haven't yet seen a movie this summer, but I'm very excited for Lion King coming out in about a week, so I think that might be my favorite. But I did see the Avengers Endgame. That was the most recent one I saw. So, good.
That was good.
Yeah.
I still get the chills just thinking about that movie.
Exactly. I've seen it a couple times to really let it sink in.
Any Marvel movie. Can't go wrong. The action movies. The latest Spider-Man was great, and I like the action and funny, comedies, of course.
What's your favorite movie you've seen so far this summer?
Oh, well, I'm a big Disney person, so we went and saw Toy Story 4 with my 4-year-old, and it was awesome. And since I have a 4-year-old, I don't see very many other movies, so yeah, Toy Story 4 would be it.
Incredibles 2, baby. We like the superpower family.
There we go.
Well, probably Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, it was a great movie. Yeah. Too long for bathroom breaks.
If you can find it online, there's a website that said when's a good time to go when it kind of slows down a little bit.
I should have looked at that beforehand instead of seeing it.
Yeah, I mean, you could always go see it again.
Right, true, I need to.
If I had to mention one, it would be a Netflix movie called The Room.
I haven't heard that one yet.
You should check it out.
Is this a thriller?
Yes. It's about a woman who is taken and put into a shed for like a couple years.
That'd be insane. I wouldn't be able to deal.
It's a pretty good movie.
I'll check that out.
Favorite movie I've seen this summer so far has been Spider-Man. Yeah.
Far From Home?
The brand new one that just came out, so super exciting, super extra, like everything is like living on edge and like you feel like you're in virtual reality.
Did you stay to the very, very ends for all the extra credit scenes?
Absolutely, positively.
For Civic Center TV in West Bloomfield, I'm Patrick McElmurray, and this was Sidewalk Talk.
For more episodes of Sidewalk Talk on demand, visit civiccentertv.com/sidewalk talk. And now it's time for the Civic Center TV event update. We provide you with upcoming events around Greater West Bloomfield. And for more events coming up, visit civiccentertv.com/events. Let your kids meet up and eat up this summer Monday through Friday at Roosevelt Elementary. Free nutritious meals are provided to children up to the age of 18. Breakfast is served from 8:45 to 9:45 a.m. and lunch is served from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. This free food is available to any children and you don't need to be a resident to stop by. Have a conversation with Senator Runstad at the Orchard Lake Museum July 19th from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Join the Greater West Bloomfield Historical Society with the senator, meet and greet, discuss political opinions and ideas he can take back to Lansing. For more information, go to gwbhs.org. Music, food, drinks, and fun this summer at Marchbank Park. July 24th at 5:30 p.m. Stop by Marchbank Park to listen to Downriver Dan and Power Play Detroit. This music series features food trucks and a beer and wine tent. For additional info, go to wbparks.org. Have a coffee with Senator Runstad Friday, July 26th. Join Senator Jim Runstad for a cup of coffee and get a chance to talk directly with your senator. He will be at Dave and Amy's of Walled Lake at 8 a.m., Big Tommy's Parthenon at 10 a.m., and South Lion Hotel at 12 p.m. Hope to see you there. Stop by the Orchard Lake Fine Arts Show July 27th and 28th near the West Bloomfield Beaumont Medical Center. The show will be featuring 150 artists and was voted one of the top 100 shows in America. Admission is $5 and children under 13 are free to attend. And if you can't make it to the show, tune in to 89.3 WBLD for live coverage of the event. For more information, visit hotworks.org. Nominate leaders and businesses for the 13th annual Key to the Township Awards by the West Bloomfield Chamber of Commerce. People and businesses are awarded for providing exemplary support to the West Bloomfield community. Deadline is July 31st, and for more details, visit westbloomfieldchamber.com. Dispose of prescription drugs with Operation Medicine Cabinet, happening year-round in West Bloomfield, Keego Harbor, and Orchard Lake, and takes place at the police departments of the 3 communities. Disposing of drugs is completely anonymous. Open 24/7 at West Bloomfield, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Keego Harbor, and Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Orchard Lake. For more information, visit oakgov.com or call your local police. And that's this week's highlights. You can find more events online at civiccentertv.com/events and see everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll be speaking with Allie and Doug Cohen from Frameable Faces.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Hello, my name is Patty Narozny, and I'm the Executive Director for the award-winning Orchard Lake Fine Art Show, July 27 and 28 in West Bloomfield at Orchard Lake Road, just south of Maple. And this event is voted top 100 art shows in the country for 11 years. All work is original and personally handmade by the artist in the show. There's something for everyone. Saturday, July 27, 10 to 6, Sunday, July 28, 10 to 5, live on 89.3 WBLD, the all-new Lakes FM. Plenty of parking behind Beaumont Medical Center. See art, love art, buy art. See you there.
Civic Center TV is your home for everything Greater West Bloomfield. Here you can tune into community programming such as our weekly news magazine show, The Splash, as well as coverage of local events and meetings in Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and West Bloomfield. You can also watch all of your local programming online anytime at civiccentertv.com. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back. We're joined by Allie and Doug Cohen from Frameable Faces, and thank you so much for being with us today. And so Frameable Faces started 20 years ago.
Right.
But
we started under a different name 20 years ago. So 20 years ago, we started as Allison Cohen Photography, and I felt like we probably needed a little oomph, a little change, so Frameable Faces was born.
Okay, so you guys are married, right? And have been for how long?
23 years.
Okay, so 23 years,
Yeah.
and Doug, you have been with Frameable Faces for
10.
For 10 full time.
Yeah, I like to say that Allie kind of rescued me from my corporate life and brought me into this. And when we were ready to make that move and take it to the next level and make this the family business, that's when I joined, when we opened up the studio in the Orchard Mall.
Okay, so you guys are in Orchard Mall, Frameable Faces. Is it exactly how it sounds? Tell me.
It's exactly how it sounds.
It is.
Yeah.
You want to?
No, you go.
Me?
You're really.
No, you.
No.
Yeah. So Frameable Faces. You know what? We have a lot of fun. I mean, I always said when I was in corporate that I envied people who would say, what I do for a living doesn't feel like a job, you know, because I love what I do. And I didn't have that before I joined Allie with this. And now our daily existence is a lot of fun because we're really all about, this might sound a little cheesy, but building a community, you know, with our brand. And our people come and they visit and they hang out at the studio. And I always say that, you know, we're all Frameable Faces. Frameable Faces isn't just Doug and Allie. It's the whole crew. It's everybody.
So you take pictures and portraits, and you specialize in senior pictures?
Yes, senior photos. Yeah.
Okay. You do babies, right?
Yep, we do babies, we do families, we do lots of corporate headshots.
Okay.
Anything portraiture.
Okay. So the thing is, and I've found this throughout my career, you have to be comfortable with your photographer, because if you're not going to get a good shot, right?
Correct.
So how do you bring people in and make them comfortable?
So before, I'll start then.
Go ahead, yeah.
So before any photo session that we do, we always bring whoever we're photographing, whoever's going to be in front of my camera, in for a pre-session consultation to kind of get to know the person that's going to be in front of the camera, get them comfortable. They can kind of get to know me and Doug, and once that guard's down, then you said everything's good.
Right, because the personality really matters.
Yes,
right?
100%.
It's so important to connect to the person who's taking the pictures, because there's a lot of interaction that goes on during a photo session that really is important to be able to respond to Allie, for Allie to feel comfortable knowing the person and how to pose them and how to coach them through the session. I just think Allie was born to do that, to connect with people, and I think you can see that in the images afterwards if the subject connects with the photographer.
So, Allie, you're the photographer.
Yes.
Doug, what do you do?
So I handle all the marketing and social media, and over time, that's grown into a separate brand for me. So in my role, not only do I do all of the blogging and manage the website and the Facebook and the Snapchat and the Instagram and the Twitter and all of those things, but I do it for other brands and other businesses as well. But I also help Allie during sessions with lighting. I mean, I'm kind of Allie's lighting assistant. I'm the prop guy.
He's the prop guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Hand me a mustache.
Exactly, yeah. So I have multiple roles at the studio, but I spend a lot of my time creating content for the studio and for other brands.
So I think it's pretty interesting when a senior comes in to have their photo taken. It isn't just, okay, sit down, look this way, look that way. You're actually doing a blog for them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're actually putting this and posting on Instagram and letting pretty much their whole community, their friends, their family, their parents who are paying money for this, be a part of this experience for them.
Absolutely.
And that is so cool.
It's a lot of fun. The live streaming is a lot of fun. So like usually we'll do 2 different live streams, maybe just, for 5 minutes during the session, but while we do, we'll do one on Facebook Live maybe, and then one on Instagram, and we'll fire up the live stream and we'll get the senior on camera talking about what they want to do with their life and talking about the session, and then we'll go over and we'll get the mom or the dad on camera to talk about how proud they are of their kid, and we have a lot of fun with it, and we embed that in a blog post alongside a few highlighted images from the session, and then we tag them on Facebook, and then their friends can see it, and they can go to the website and read all about the session. So it's a lot of fun.
And it's an experience.
Yeah,
it's
so
not
important.
just a picture; it's an experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's pretty cool.
It's almost like the pictures become a souvenir of the experience of the day.
Right.
In a lot of ways.
Better than putting a penny in that machine, that you can.
It's a little bit more fun than that.
Is it?
Yeah, a little more involved.
Okay, so you mentioned streaming live. You guys stream live all the time, so tell me about that.
We have the Doug and Ellie Morning Show.
Yes.
We have the Doug and Ellie Morning Show. It's on Periscope, which is Twitter Live. And it's just kind of like a fun...
How many followers do you have?
Well, so on the app, we have 22,000 followers. Now, at one point when the app first came out 4 years ago, we made a splash with a couple of live streams that we did.
That was so punny of you.
Look at that.
Wow.
Did you see that?
I'm so good.
You're so on it.
I'm so good.
Proud.
I must be a content creator. And we ended up trending on the app. So that brought us thousands of followers. Now, I don't know that all of them are actually real people at this point. Some of them are probably fake dead accounts, bots, who knows.
But we're not going to talk about those. We have 22,000 followers.
Right. It still says 22,000 followers there. And we broadcast from the studio Tuesday through Friday morning. It's kind of how we start our day. And we come on for about an hour, and we have a bunch of regulars, like people who are kind of part of our little community. And now we have a logo that was designed by one of the people who watched the show from the UK, and it's like a fun caricature of us. And so the show has kind of taken on a little bit of a life of its own. But it's definitely connected us to more business and helped grow the awareness of our brand. And so it's all part of the diabolical plan to take over the world.
Okay, so I actually thought, senior pictures are over, everyone's done with that, but you corrected me and said, no, it's
we're
just
starting. Yeah.
So you still have space, people can still...
Oh, yeah.
book you and you're available.
Yep. So
Okay.
we're just now starting the senior class of 2020.
Okay.
So right now, from like beginning of July through the end of November, and even a little bit later into the spring of 2020, that's when our senior season is.
Okay.
So it's usually the beginning of the senior year before it starts, during, because once May hits, they're done.
They're done, right? They don't want to think about it anymore.
Right.
A lot of people assume that it happens around like
Graduation.
graduation and
Right.
prom and all those things, and there's some of that, but really it's the senior pictures that, and the yearbook deadlines for the schools that kind of dictate that calendar, because they need to get their senior pictures done in time to have a yearbook shot submitted.
Okay,
for the
so
school.
any senior out there who wants an experience and not just the picture needs to get in touch with you.
100%.
Okay,
Yes.
and how can they do that?
We are
FrameableFaces.com.
everywhere. Everywhere
Okay.
you want to be.
Okay, and you're in Orchard
So
Mall?
We're in Orchard Mall.
Okay.
Our website is frameablefaces.com, and that's where we are everywhere. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah, pretty much any social media platform, it's just at Frameable Faces. One word. Don't forget the E in frame, or else it becomes frammable. So Frameable Faces at, and you can find us pretty much anywhere online. It's pretty easy to find us.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure to
having
talk
us.
to you,
Thank you.
and have a great summer, and I guess we'll tune in to your morning show.
Great, thanks.
All right?
Great.
Okay. We've been joined by Allie and Doug Cohen from Frameable Faces. And on this week's episode of The Biz, we learn about the benefits of boxing, thanks to Title Boxing.
Hi, I'm Katrina Carson from Civic Center TV, and on this edition of The Biz, we're here in West Bloomfield at the Title Boxing Club, where we'll find out more information on how boxing can benefit your mind and your body.
It's a full body workout. Actually, one of the most intense workouts out of everything compared to other workouts like, I don't know, aerobics, yoga, etc. It's the one that has the most benefits in general. The other workout that would be close to and similar would be swimming, and you would have to do it on a competitive level to be able to burn as many calories as we do here in 1 hour.
It's a HIIT training workout, which means we're going to bring your heart rate up, we're going to take it down, right? And that's going to offer more fat burning. But in addition to that piece, you're going to get strength components in that because you're hitting a 100-pound bag. But then just go back to the technique alone. Everything that you do comes from your core. So now you're isolating all of your core muscles. It's about 1,000-calorie burn if you care at all about that. And of course, it's lean muscle mass because, again, you're hitting that 100-pound bag.
And Kat explains that boxing is a great stress reliever along with many other added benefits.
Every punch is you're releasing all these negative toxins, and then with that you're taking endorphins and it's going to the brain. And there are a lot of studies out there that show that boxing actually is being used in lieu of depression medication. When it's just here and you have 1 hour to give, you can lay it all out on the bag, all of the negative energies that we're all harboring and we're tight, right? You release them on the bag, and of course with that you're going to increase endorphins. It's just a euphoric. And then of course that eye-hand coordination, right? Sending those signals to the brain. You don't even realize that's what you're doing here. So that's just more bang for your buck that you don't even know you're getting.
Title Boxing offers a Rock Steady class, a program for Parkinson's patients to help combat the disease, which affects movement within the central nervous system.
The classes for Rocksteady are slightly different from normal regular classes here at Title Boxing Club. They're 1.5 hour long workouts. I say slightly different because we do include the boxing, and we do a lot of boxing at the ring. We hit mitts, we do weight training, we do balance training, which triggers their hand and eye foot coordination, which is specifically what they need.
Today at Title Boxing Club, we learned about how boxing can benefit your mind and your body. I'm Katrina Carson with Civic Center TV, and that's your biz.
For more episodes of The Biz, visit civiccentertv.com/thebiz. And now it's time for our final segment, Person of the Week, where we celebrate the people in the community who are inspiring and providing toward others. And this week's recipient is Howard Rosenberg. Howard has spent years working as a trustee for the Township of West Bloomfield, devoting his time to improving the community and thus the lives of the people who live here. He attends regular board meetings where they discuss and decide on regulation for West Bloomfield. Along with his work as a trustee, Howard has hosted classes teaching the community about various works of art that are located at the Detroit Institute of Arts, where he serves as a docent. Howard's devotion to both the community and culture is incredibly inspiring, and this inspirational outlook makes him our Person of the Week. And if you know someone who is making a positive difference, let us know. Send an email to thesplash@civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate and acknowledge those making a difference in our community, and we appreciate your suggestions. That's it for this week's show. You can watch new episodes Mondays at 5:30 p.m. at Civic Center TV on Comcast 15 and AT&T 99, and online in HD at civiccentertv.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Civic Center TV. And for more Metro Detroit news, you can listen to me weekdays from 2 to 7 p.m. on WWJ News Radio 950. And for all our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Hego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Brooke Allen. Thank you for watching The Splash.